So I have already started playing, which is not a good idea because I haven't actually put any of my face cream on or my primer on, so now I'm going to get wet all over my face. My hair is up like this because I'm trying to give it a bit of volume and also keep it out of my face. I have just done a deep conditioner of the Moroccanoil and I've used that on my ends because I have had my hair cut recently, but it still needs a little bit of oil on the ends. I hadn't had it cut for ages, so I literally am doing my very best to give my hair some life. Before I get majorly stuck in, I'm very excited. I shouldn't really be doing this because the video is more about me doing a magical makeup look. But I've got two things I'm very excited about. One of them is the Pastel Roses. I have officially completed a palette. I was very excited. I've literally just unboxed the last little bits and I've just put them in and it just looks so pretty. So I was very excited to show you that. And then last thing before I crack on, it has finally come in the post. It wasn't a major wait, considering it's from America. It was like a normal amount of time, a couple of weeks really. And it was a pre-order, so I ordered it a while ago, but it wasn't actually in stock. So it, you know, had to wait a while for that, but it came. I did some very quick, very light swatches yesterday, and it's so pretty. Sorry, I should be showing you rather than I can see it in my mirror, but you can see I've only very lightly swatched. You can just about see where I put my fingers on some of the sparkles. I was really desperate to try this today, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. Anywho, so magical makeup, I have 2 palettes worth. This one's got the glass slipper collection, and I think that's Aura over here. I'm hoping you could see all of them. And then this has got part of the Dreamcatcher collection in it, and I think it might have an additional one that shouldn't be in there, like the blue raspberry, which is this one at the top. I'm not sure if that's meant to be in the Dreamcatcher. And then, because I have so many, I'm gonna have to get another palette. All these ones at the top here, I think one of those is Morticia and one of those is Cherub. I think Cherub. And then that's Phoenix, that's Medusa, and that one. They're all very shifty. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to get these shifts because I haven't got a light on. I can't remember what that one is. I have a feeling that might have been from the Dreamcatcher palette. Anyway, I am going to go for Wisteria, which is this really sparkly purple. Yeah, just here. And I'm going to go for sorry, I'm still kind of deciding. Yeah, I'm going to go for this blue, which is this one at the bottom. And I don't actually know what that one's called, but I will find out. I am just going to go in very lightly with a blue tone. You know what, I might use Snowflake just as a very light base. I've now just got some green on my fingers. I'm not being very good today. I've got some different contact lenses on and I'm not sure I'm quite used to them yet. I used to have 2 weeklies and I've had monthlies, and these are dailies, and I'm getting there. Getting used to them. So let's get me some, sorry. That's something I wanted to mention. Microfiber cloths are really good to help you clean brushes. And and I have been using Isoclean a lot because I like to keep on top of cleaning my brushes. I mean, they all need a thorough clean regularly, but this is quite good to help midway clean and keep some of the bacteria at bay. It's a good thing to do. It sort of helps your brushes in the long run. It also helps prevent more spots and breakouts. And actually, I've had that spot for ages and there's a tiddly one underneath. But usually I'd end up with loads. Whereas all you can really see is previous spots from a while ago. Mine take quite a while. They stay red even when they've gone for quite a while. But by cleaning your brushes and stuff, you do help prevent spreading spots everywhere. It's made a difference to me. Yeah, I'm going to get on with that because I haven't really got long and I'm faffing and this is what I do. So, brushes. I'm not going to use a primer because I'm doing a bit of a base. I don't think it's majorly necessary to do much. And I'm going for sparkles, and I think the base itself should do what I need it to do to help with the colour. Sorry, I didn't clean this on Thursday when I used it, and I'm really loving this brush actually. This is a E11, I think, by made by Mitchell. I always want to say Michael, or is it Michael? I do this every time. I really like his stuff actually. But I do think the pink has dyed my brush and I really don't think there's much I can do to save it. But I'm going to try and use my Unicorn Cosmetics soap because that might help, but not today. Right, I haven't done any of my skincare, so I am very quickly going to pop that on if I can find it. There's this, lips needs to be done. Right. Ooh. So, I am missing my eye cream, which is rare. I do think eye cream is quite important. I am going to put some eye cream on now because I will put another layer on before I do my primer. My eyes are getting very dry as I get older. I mean, I don't have dry skin, it's just they're not as they get irritated, so I know they're dry because I know they're getting more sensitive. So I use the Earle Superskin eye cream, which is really moisturising, and I have been for a while now, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it, using the avocado superfood serum from the Beauty Crop, which I'm also really enjoying. It is a bit of a funny consistency because it's very runny, so it's not the easiest to pop on because you do need to kind of glide it. I mean, look, you have to do very little, and even if you do very little, they still start to run, so move quick. And I have found that I've really enjoyed this since I had a cold a while back. It really helps. You know how you blow your nose a lot and your nose gets so dry, you get a bit flaky? I used that when it started to get flaky, and within a few hours it had really reduced the flakiness and helped the dryness. So I just did that once a day and I didn't end up with a really sore nose or really flaky at all. It wasn't dry. So I know it does what it needs to do with the moisturising side of it. Now you are meant to leave it for a while, so while I'm letting it settle in, I just get a swab. Sorry, I've got some blue on me from swatching. I get very excited. And I'm using my Tatcha the Water Cream. And I use this, and I have used this for a good 6 months because it really helps with my pores. I don't have huge pores, but I noticed a huge difference when I stopped using it. Or I was on holiday. I didn't want to take it with me and forget it, so I left it. But it really makes a huge difference and very nourishing as well. And then at the moment I am trying the Avocado Poreless Primer by the Beauty Crop, and I usually use Uraban. I need to Google how you pronounce this. I used to use I don't know how you pronounce that. I used to use their pink primer, but I wanted to try something a bit different, but I don't need to do that right now. So I'm straight off going to dip into Snowflake by Wicked Widow. God, that was harder to say than I expected. And this is the Edward Scissorhands palette 2, so it is the second one. So right, okay, off the bat I very lightly, literally just rolled it very lightly. I didn't press, and I have got a hell of a lot of product. That's a good sign, as long as it doesn't flake everywhere, which I really... Ooh, this is a matte blue and it's light and it goes on. There is no fallout, and that picked up a lot of product. There is no fallout, and look, look how well that's picked it all up. I mean, that was a very light. A very light amount. That's done a really good job. Right, I'm going to do the lash line a bit now. My partner's about to come in. I've just heard the car door close, so you may hear some noise. In fact, I might pause it because it's going to be a right pain to edit it. Oh, that's good. I might be really complicated. I might put the yellow, this one's the glass slipper, which I'm putting on this finger, and this one's the aura. They're very similar, but I'm gonna just, oh, I love the glass slipper ones. They are very similar, but they just have quite a different consistency. Like the glass slipper, you do have to sort of work with to, it's almost got like a flaky feel, but it comes across so lovely. Whereas the aura is just smooth. But the glass slipper ones, it looks like a glass slipper. It's got that glassy, shiny, crystally look, which is really fun. But I think I'm going for a lot at the moment with my eyes, so I think I'm going to go with the Aurora in my inner. And I'm going to do that now because I will forget. That's the one thing with makeup that I am bad at, forgetting to highlight my inner eye. I'm going to start off with the brush, and I will add to it with my finger. Actually, I have got a Pastel Rose silicone spoolie brush thing. Maybe I'm going to try that and see how it picks. Oh my god, it picks up well. Oh, it picks up good. Look at that. Can you see? I'm hoping you can see that. It's probably just blurred, but it's good. Oh wow, that's picked up really well. Oh my god, it's putting it on incredible as well. Who doesn't love a silicone spoolie? It's probably not called a spoolie. I don't actually know what it's called. Applicator? Oh, I like it. That's weird. I swear I just heard an ice cream man. Like the jingle jangle noise they play as they drive down the street. And I'm telling you, today it's not an ice cream day. Not like an ice cream man day. An ice cream in a tub in something really fluffy, sitting on the sofa, vegetating. Possibly, but not a Mr. Whippy in the garden day. I like that. I struggle doing that first because it's subtle, and it's meant to be subtle and shiny and perfect, but I haven't got my other glitter on, so I'm feeling a bit of like a glitter withdrawal. So I'm going to go in again with the brush like I did last time on the other eye. And I bring it along this bit of my lower lash line. I mean, lots of people don't like doing that, but I quite like it. I sort of like bringing it all together through my eye. But I get it if you don't. Not everyone does. And not everyone can. Everyone's, you know, eye shapes are very different, so it's not always that simple. So we're going in with the spoolie. Got an eyelash in there. It's annoying. And I've dropped a tiddly tiny bit. Oh my god, look at it, look at it. Just, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Now, I've made it a bit messy with the spoolie, but I'm just happy. We've got all that shine. God, it just applies so nice. Alright, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. Just a little bit more on my brush, and then I'm going to blend it. Right. I'm go in with my finger like I did. Oh no, I've gone in with the wrong one. Right, I've actually gone in with a glass slipper one, which I didn't mean to do. I got excited by the glass slipper and then I forgot that I'm using Aurora. So I'm going to blend the glass slipper in, which actually has blended nicely. It's blended so nice, I might add to it. So now we've used Aurora and the glass slipper yellowy tone. Nice. And then I'm going to now go back in with the Aurora. Dab, dab. And I'm bringing it up way over my crease towards my eyebrow and then around, which is just something I like to do because it sort of adds that highlight. But of course doing that has now rejigged my contact lens, which is not such a good thing. I'm going to go back in with my little cloth like I do, wipe that excess away. Better. And again, I haven't concealed or anything, so I'm like quite happy to just wipe it all away. Sorry. Oh, really buggered my contact lens up now. I've got my contact lens back in place, that's great. So, yeah, so the question was, am I going to go Wisteria and then the really bluey blue? Or am I going to go blue, then Wisteria? So I'm going to put the blue on my hand and show you. So this is the blue, so that is quite light. Whereas the Wisteria, I can probably build that, but it's like a hypo holographic-y, glittery. I think it's darker though. Right, that's it. I've made my mind up. So I think I'm going to try with my little silicone. God, look, they're proper stuck on there. I'm going to go in to the blue, this one here. Picking up nice. Placing it, nice. I like that you can actually use the side of this if you want it a bit more accurate, more precise where you're placing it, and you can just tap it out. Nice, happy lady. Which at the moment, I have recently had a palette that I've tried. I've not mentioned it on any of my reviews because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not enough for me. It's just not giving me what I want. But that's not the palette's fault. It's just I expected a different kind of shade. I think I expected them to be bolder than they are in this other palette. So I've been a bit grumpy with my makeup since because I felt sad that I got a palette I wasn't happy about. And again, I shouldn't say that because it's not that I'm not happy with it. It's just, it's not as powerful and bold as I was hoping for. Especially when I'm using colours like these and Beautymoon and V Cosmetics and Pastel Rose. They're just such powerful colours. It's really hard to then go back into a palette that's, yeah, it's got colours and yes, it's colourful, but they're just not quite as bold. Bold is the only word I can find. That makes me sad. Anyway, I'm liking that blue, so I'm going to do similar on the other eye now. The only problem with my spoolie is it's not so easy to judge if I'm pressing too hard, and I don't want to break my my little shadows, individual shadows, because they're so glittery, they are quite soft, and I don't want to break them. I'd like them to stay in their little pressed shadow pot. That is nice. Sorry, I'm looking in the mirror and that's really unhelpful for you. Ah, pigment overboard. Get back in. Good, excellent. So I'm going to try and blend them with the spoolie, which really isn't recommended, but I'm liking how it just drags but doesn't pull any of the shadow away. It just drags any excess across really nicely. And I'm going to use it on the side just to be a bit more accurate, like I've said before. Oh, I like it a lot. I know I've already said that, but I'm very happy. Magical makeup is one of my favourites. It really is. I'm not affiliated. I don't get any benefit from talking about them, which makes me sad because I really like them. But I don't know how to explain it. These colours and these shades and the formula, they're not like anything I've ever used before. They're so different. Like, I love Beautymoon, I love VE, I love the Pastel Rose. And obviously there's loads and loads of American brands I'm loving at the moment. But this is a UK brand and it's just so different. You can have so many different colours and theirs are just different. They're just different. You can have similar shades, but when you actually put them next to each other, they're just not like anything you've seen. So I am pressing it in with my finger, just because I want to make sure we are all good in place, which I do think we are. And now I've moved my contact lenses again. Oh, tell you, me and the contact lenses at the moment, not fun. So I think I'm going to neaten that bit up if I can with my finger. Cool. I think I might need to add a tiddly bit more blue. Sorry, that's my diabetes thing telling me that either where I've increased my insulin it's going to turn off in a minute, or that my pod needs changing at 8 o'clock. Oh my god. I think this is my new favourite tool. I love this. I have changed the colour of it now to blue, but I'm sure it will still work. I might have to buy a couple of these because they are cool and they work really well. I mean, God, look how that's gone on with the glitter. It's pretty epic. And even now it's got nothing on it, it still helps me pull that blue into the yellow from the Aurora and the glass slipper shadow. This is going to be such a long-winded video. I apologise in advance. Oh, you've got to get this. You've got to get it. Along with everything I'm wearing and everything I've mentioned. So, now I'm sort of debating whether to make a really dark purpley base or if I should just go mad with the Wisteria. This does have a purple in it, doesn't it? Have I imagined that? No, it does. Yeah, I'm going to dip into Mansion, which is this one down here, very lightly, like I did with the blue. Very lightly, more lightly than I did with the blue actually. Really, oh my god. This has got talc in and I don't particularly like using products with talc in. I don't avoid them, but I like it when they don't have talc in. But I'm really impressed. There isn't any fallout. It goes on lovely, and yeah, I mean, I take the talc with that palette because I love it. I will buy more from them, most assuredly. They actually have a sale on at the moment. I'm hoping I'll get this out beforehand. Yes, it is telling me my pod is expiring. But it should stop beeping now because I've clicked it. Anyway, so I've very lightly gone in, like you can see lightly, because it's not, I'm not even completely covered the brush. Very lightly. Oh my god, I barely touched my eye. Oh my god. This is mental pigment, like mental. I think I might just do a really simple, just a line maybe. Just making it a little bit deeper. I do like going into my crease. Sod it, I'm going into the crease. Well, no, actually, I'm way above my crease. But I'm going way above it to give it the shape. And then I'm gonna blend it out, doing like a pizza slice kind of shape. But leaving a little bit, like, I'll show you with the brush. This here, I'm leaving that bit not purple, and I'm sort of going around, and I've only very lightly created a line. And again, very lightly going in. I'm really happy with this palette. Like, I've been happy with a lot of palettes lately, but I really didn't expect to love this as much as I do. And it's quite an affordable price for the size. I mean, does it tell me? No, it doesn't tell me the size of the actual pans, but they are decent sizes. They are decent sizes. And the shimmers, oh, it's so pretty. I didn't look at the mattes. I didn't play with the mattes when I first got it. I just sort of ignored them, because to me, the matte's either great or it's not. But they're always usable, because you can build on them and whatnot. But glitters are like, how pigmented are they? How shiny are they? Is it wow? And I was so wowed by the glitter that I didn't really bother playing with the mattes at all. But oh my god, I love them! It's just so good. And it blends beautifully. I mean, I've done it very rough. I'm going to blend it more. And I'm only doing it rough because I really want to make sure that I'm not creating a really big block triangle, because that's not what I'm going for. I just want a bit of depth for when I'm putting the wisteria in place. Oh my god, it looks like there's a storm coming. I really need one of those ring lights. I keep umming and ahhing about getting a ring light. There's too many to choose from. If anyone has any suggestions for a decent ring light, and I want like the natural light, and I want the cool tone and the warm tone, because it's good for showing the different shades on multi-chromes. Very lightly. I'm desperately trying to be light with this. God, it's so pretty. God, I nearly went into a brown then. I nearly like went mad and started doing a totally different eye look. It's not even a, it's called Scars, and it's like a burgundy kind of brown. It's like a sort of brown that you could make some very funky smoky eye looks with. A bit too excited about playing with this palette. I like this palette so much I almost don't want to buy any more palettes, because I'm like, I just want to play with this forever. That's not like me. That's really not like me. And I'm just gonna finish up with the building on the darkness. Oh, I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm happy. I don't know why I'm talking so quietly. I do this a lot. It's because I'm close to the camera, so I start going like that. No one can hear you. Idiot. So, anyway, in other news, I'm very excited by this palette. But I haven't really done a huge amount lately with eye looks and stuff, so I think today I was really excited to, I got my parcel from the Pastel Roses to finish my whole palette, and I knew I was going to play with the magical makeup, and then I think I've got more and more excited because I've been able to use more and more sort of colours from the Wicked Widow. I'm like, yeah, I'm into it, I'm into it. Right, so we are going to blend it all together now. Again, this is just a base, this is just to deepen the tone of that wisteria. But I think that's okay. Like, I've left it a bit patchy up the top because I don't want it fully dark. So, goodbye, Wicked Widow. I will play with you soon. I don't usually talk to my palettes. Actually, I think I talk to everything, but I think that's the first time I've talked to a palette in a long time. So, you know, that's like, it's like when you talk to your plants. And I definitely talk to my plants, but I do tend to talk to the ones that either really need some inspiration, like, come on, you can do it, or the ones I'm very happy with, and I like to tell them that I'm very happy, you're a very good courgette. I think it's important to tell your plants when they're doing good and encourage them when they're not. A bit like having a child. It's nothing like having a child. Children are hard work. So I'm going to go mad again. I'm going to use my little Pastel Rose silicone spoolie, and I'm very lightly dragging it across the top. And I'm going to wiggle it. I'm going to wiggle it so I try and get some of this everywhere. Now this shade is Wisteria, and it is a holographic, not hypo. This is a holographic shade. So it is quite, I want to say powdery. It stays in place really nicely in its little pan, but it is it's very glittery. Like, it is very glittery. It comes off really smooth, it comes off really easily, and it doesn't feel wet, and I don't know, I can't explain it. This is what I'm saying about magical makeup. They're just a really interesting, different formula. A formula for sparkles that amazes me every time I use it. Anyway, I'm going in. I've got this Wham Bam, and I'm just gonna lightly, very lightly dab it, because I'm a bit worried about it overtaking the blue. Oh, no way. So I haven't actually worn Wisteria before. I've worn the blue one a lot. Oh my god. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh yeah, I am really glad I went in with that darker shade from Wicked Widow, that purple, because it's just giving it that little bit of depth I wanted, and it's almost emphasised the sparkle. Oh my gosh. Oh, my mirror's a bit. Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if anyone else gets this sort of vibe when they're doing their makeup. Sort of pure excitement because something just does exactly what you want it to, but maybe even better. So I don't think I'm going to dip in a little bit back into that blue, just to try and neaten that line up a little bit. Because I do kind of want that separation. I don't want them blended together as such. I don't mind them a little bit, but I do want it quite clear that we've gone from this blue and we're going into this purple. I want it to be like almost cut, but not. Yeah, a little bit like that. Wisteria, you're up here. Getting confused as to where things are. Okay, so for a minute, I'm just going to show you this eye, and then I'm going to pause the video, finish my eye look, and then I'm going to waffle. But I just wanted, I'm using my torch to sort of show. So that's the look I'm going for. I think I am going to do some kind of very subtle brown eyeliner just to smudge it all together. So we've got the sort of under colour, but we've also got a little bit of the sorry, I'm going to do a bit more of the purple under here. Just got something that's blending it all together, so it's all, yeah, that's better. I'm very happy with that. I mean, it's like, I mean, it's full on. It's full on sparkles. There is no denying. But I'm tilting my head back because I like seeing the gold from that glass slipper and Aurora. So that's the eye look done without any mascara. I did use the Pat McGrath Labs Ultra Glide eye pencil in black coffee because I don't really like black eyeliner on me. I like it to be black coffee. I like it to be a dark, deep brown, or like I said earlier, that purple, burgundy, brown scars. I did use that tiddly bit with the eyeliner just to warm up the under eye. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go back into that snowflake with a liner brush. Oh my gosh, that's picked up a lot of product because I've got a tiddly bit here and I want to brighten it up. Nice. And I'm just gonna try and just line it a little bit. Just like a little smudge. Do you know what I mean? And now I've just, a lot of products come off, so I'm trying to pick up all these extra bits. And I'm going to go and do the same with the other side. I just really liked that that brightness it brought back into the eye in a weird way, and it's almost like diagonal from the actual blue, and I just felt as it was still showing, which I wanted it to, I sort of felt I actually wanted it to show more, which is why I'm accentuating it. Exaggerating, not accentuating. God, I love that blue. Right, that's me done. So that's my eye look. I'm hoping to chop that video down because it's a lot of waffle. It usually takes me like 40 minutes to do my eyes, but that's because to me it's fun. To me it's the faffy bit of my makeup, the bit that I get to be most playful with. I do, oh my god, I am majorly lucky that that did not go on my top. That is the one downside of this type of product. I do find that it's runny, but it squirts in the other direction a lot, which I don't particularly like because I don't want it to go on my top, and usually if you're wearing a silky top it can really bugger your look up, which, you know, we don't really want that because we don't want stains on our silky tops. Luckily this isn't a silky one, this is a, I don't know, a bit of a scratchy material, but it's fine. Putting my primer on while I talk. So I have been using a Beautymoon lip scrub and lip balm. Yeah, I think it's a balm. And I did get it gifted. I do spend quite a fair amount of money on Beautymoon and VE Cosmetics, and everything I talk about, I usually have more than one item. I've spent probably at least £100 on each brand I speak about, because I will only speak about brands that I've not only tested and tried, I would have gone back to them because I love them. I do some first impressions like the Wicked Widow, but once I did those swatches I was pretty in love. So, you know, hit and miss, but I am really impressed. I really like it. I like all of it. Anyway, so I've been using this lip scrub from Beautymoon that I was gifted, and I don't have bad lips, but I do find that it really helps moisturise my lips when I'm using like liquid lipsticks and things like that. But I've also found that if you've got a little bit of dead skin, it just helps scrub it off and prime them. So this, it smells like a strawberry slushie. Like the really old, what was it? Are they called Slush Pups or something? Really old school slushie. It just makes me happy. It reminds me of being a child. Sorry for the noise. I have to be honest, I've let my son have it as well. Maybe it's not strawberry, maybe it's cherry. Not sure. I think it's strawberry. My son really likes it. I let him have a tiddly bit, and I was trying to teach him to go and rub it all around. And he was he found it all very entertaining, and then when he realised that he could eat it, he was like, "Whoa." At which point I couldn't let him have any more because he realised then he could eat it. So not great. Sorry, I should have done that before talking about it really. But I'm not sure which shade I'm going to go for out of these two lip icons. I really like the lip icon, although I like everything that Beautymoon do.